Hello and welcome to the Operation Glass Slipper Alterations and Fitting training video. My name is Laura Ulak and I am Head of Alterations for the 2013 Princess event. Whether you are someone who has been with us from the start or are brand new to the Princess event, it's very important that you watch the online training video because the process has changed since last year. In order to help as many girls as possible, we've had to streamline our alterations process, and the amount of alterations to be allowed this year has decreased significantly from 2012. We will walk you through the changes in a series of short videos and photos. We will also discuss the changes to the alterations tag and how the alterations and sewing spaces will be run this year. If you have any questions before the event, please do not hesitate to contact me via the Operation Glass Slipper website. Straps adjusted or added. Straps can be added to the bodice of a dress if needed. Straps will be made of 1 to 2 inch pieces of ribbon in a coordinating color to the dress. Straps will not be made from excess fabric from the dress. If the straps are too long, they can also be adjusted to better fit. Snaps, hooks, and eyes added. If a dress is missing or in need of an additional snap or hook and eye, these can be added as an option for alterations. Bust cups. Add if needed to fill out the bust of the dress. Safety pin them in place inside the dress. Side back darts. If the bodice is too large and adding straps is not enough to hold up the dress, darts can be added to the back of the dress, or the sides can be taken in if there is no boning in the sides. We will not be taking in the sides of dresses this year to make them skin tight. We will also be trying to avoid opening any seams inside the dress to make adjustments, and we will be making no alterations to zippers this year. Here you can see side darts that have been added to a dress in the back. The darts were not done on the side seams due to boning in the seams. Hemming. If the hem touches the ground while the girl is in bare feet, no hemming is needed. The hemline will rise once a girl puts on shoes, so hem that touches the ground is acceptable and does not need to be hemmed. Hemming will be done on straight hems only this year. Examples of different hems that will not be hemmed this year are asymmetrical hems, curved hems, dresses with pickups, and bubble hems. A dress with a train can be altered in front to allow for ease of movement. We will not be adding trains, bridle loops, or other options to the hems of dresses this year. Make sure the girl is looking straight ahead and not down while checking for hem length. When a girl looks down, it makes her dress appear longer. It is important to have the girl stand up straight and look ahead while you are marking the hem for alterations or judging whether or not a hem needs to be altered. No alterations on beaded bodices. There will be no alterations of any kind on dresses with beaded bodices and heavily beaded skirts this year. Example of a dress after alterations. This dress is an example of a dress that has been altered. A halter strap made of ribbon has been added, as well as a hook and eye above the zipper. The hem was not altered because it is above the floor in front. Example of a dress that needs no alterations. The hem in this dress is above the floor. The bodice fits well and supports the chest. The back is smooth. Hi, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the changes to the alterations process this year. This information is particularly important for the fairy godmothers. There will be 2 people in the dressing room from alterations at all times. I will be one of them and I will be there both days. If your princess's dress needs alterations, they must be approved by one of us before the princess leaves the dressing room. We will give you the alterations tag with the alterations that need to be completed circled on the tag. You will give this tag to the alterations check-in table along with the princess's shopping card when you check them in. Please do not promise a girl that an alteration can be done. Our list of alterations is much shorter this year, and we are going to have to be firm in regards to what is allowed. There will be exceptions in some cases. If a girl has one measurement that is larger than another, if a girl is very busty and needs additional support, if a girl has a disability and needs accommodations made to her dress, are just a few examples of possible exceptions. It is our job in the dressing room to help speed the process along, so please come see us with any questions. The alterations tag is a very important piece in the alterations process. At the top of the tag, you will see the box that says number. When you receive your tag, it will have a number in it, and this number will correspond to the dress to enable us to locate the dress. The box that says OS stands for off-site. This means that the alterations to the dress are more extensive than can be done at the location. The date of prom, name, school, and the city the school is in will all be filled in by the alterations check-in staff. The person who will be fitting the dress will fill in their name, the dress color, size, and length, which will enable us to find the dress should it get misplaced. The straps, side darts, hem, bra cups, and snap hooks and eyes will already have circles next to them when the fitter receives it. The measurements themselves will need to be filled in by the fitter. They stand for front, back, left, and right. Under other will be any additional information written by the fitting person who is in the dressing room. At the bottom of the tag is also the same number, and the alterations check-in person will fill in the name and date of the prom. The bottom of the tag goes to the girl. The OS box. When a dress has the OS box tagged, the princess needs to be informed that her dress will not be available for pickup at the princess event and will be delivered to her school. She then needs to be given the bottom portion of the tag. The dress should be stored on the OS rack in the sewing room after it has been pinned for alterations. Hem measuring and marking. There is a significant change to hemming this year. First of all, only the outside layer of the dress will be pinned. Do not pin any of the lining or tulle underneath. Secondly, only 4 spots on the hem will be pinned, rather than pinning all the way around the hem. The dress will be pinned at the front, back, left and right sides of the dress using safety pins so as to avoid losing a pin. The hem will be pinned on all 4 sides, equal distance to or from the floor, as we will not be adding trains to any dresses this year. Since each dress is different and each girl is shaped differently, these measurements need to be entered individually on the alterations form. Measure from the pin to the bottom of the dress and record those numbers on the form. This way we have the measurements in case a safety pin gets lost. The only changes to the process are if a girl only needs the front of her dress shortened. In this case, you will eliminate the back pin. Put the pins in the outside of the fabric, do not fold up the hems, and pin them in place. This only confuses the seamstress. Fitters, please do not add additional alterations to the alterations tag. You should only pin or mark the alterations that have already been circled on the tag. This year, the alterations and sewing rooms will be located in different areas. The alterations room will be in the far corner inside the Princess event. Due to this, men are not allowed in the alterations rooms, but are welcomed in the sewing space. I will be overseeing alterations and Maggie Schultz will be overseeing the sewing room. You can come to either of us with any questions or concerns.
Hi, my name is Maggie Schultz. This year I will be running the sewing room at Operation Glass Slipper, which this year, since we're at Southdale, is in a separate space from the dressing and fitting rooms. We will be over in a separate area where the volunteers will check in and where the girls will be able to pick up their dresses. And since we're in a separate space from the dressing and fitting rooms, that is where men are welcome to come and volunteer. And if you have any questions about that space, you can feel free to talk to me. Thanks.
The sewing room. If you're helping in the sewing room, feel free to bring any basic supplies you normally use, such as scissors, thimbles, or needles, as well as a sewing machine if it is portable. When you check in, Maggie will assign you a workspace and get you started. Thank you for watching the Operation Glass Slipper Alterations and Fitting training video. We expect to help 1,200 girls this year, and we couldn't do it without the help of all of you. I look forward to meeting all of you, and most of all to having fun while helping the dreams of others to come true. Thank you, and Maggie and I will see you at the Princess event.